So I'm recording this video to help anybody out that has a Epson XP-7100 or Epson XP-7100 series. Basically, Epson released a firmware update a few days ago, or at least I updated my printer a few days ago on June 30th, and it bricked my aftermarket or off-brand ink cartridges. In this case, it's the black one, XL. As you can see, I get this error, and you basically cannot get out of this error. You can play around with the power button, it'll get you temporarily to the main screen once in a while, but it's very frustrating. I did find an article online that was referencing how to get into recovery mode or ROM mode or software update mode in a different style printer. But this one was a little bit of the opposite. So that one was the power button and the top right of the screen on here. But for this one, it did not work that way. It's actually the power button and the bottom right of the screen at the same time after you've powered the printer off, and it should put you in some kind of, well, as mentioned before, in that recovery update or software update mode. So let's try to do that now. My ink is aftermarket, so it's not it's an Amazon off-brand one. It's cheaper obviously than the other one. The other ones are all Epson, the original ones. This one is the one that's giving me issues. So we're gonna go ahead and just power it off. I'm just gonna hold it down so I can just shut off faster. Alright. So now it's shut off, so I'm just gonna put it down. I'm going to press the power button and the right corner as mentioned at the same time for about, I guess, 10 to 20 seconds, or until this light and the power button lights up, and I will let it go. There you go, it lights up, so let it go. And it should put you in some kind of, well, in this mode, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to the back of the printer with a printer cable. I'm gonna go ahead on my laptop and download the recovery software or the firmware from the Epson website, the latest one that they have. So the point is to try to get it to try an update and disconnect it in order to enter the actual recovery mode, because this is not the actual recovery mode. It's called program update mode, ROM program update mode, and I don't think it's going to allow a downgrade from here. I was able to enter recovery mode, as you can see right there. Now the way I did it is that I did use the latest Epson firmware updater from their website, just to install any of their latest that they have on there, just to try to get it to install the firmware and unplug the power in the middle of the firmware update. So I unplugged it when this finished at 100%, and then this popped up, wait for the printer to turn off automatically. Then I waited for this light to start flashing pretty rapidly, and then I disconnected it at that point. Waited about a few seconds and plugged it back in, and I went to recovery mode. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to install the old firmware now, and that should take around 10 to 15 minutes. Right here, I am downgrading the firmware on the printer from the newest firmware that was on there to the previous one that allowed the third-party or aftermarket ink cartridges to work. So after about 10 minutes, I turned it on. I thought it was going to turn it on its own, but it didn't. So we'll see what happens. We'll power it on after the update. So see what happens. Let's see what this says. A firmware update is available from firmware update and settings. Okay. Let's install the cartridges. Okay. It's initializing. Please wait. Okay, this is good. I switched from my GoPro to my iPhone Pro, so if it sounds different, it's because of that. But after the last image video you saw of it initializing 4 minutes, now it's working. So we are good. Okay. And there you go, ink. It's reading it. There you go. So again, Epson does break, or at least intentionally blocks third-party ink from working, which is pretty messed up. I wish they wouldn't do that. That's like, I don't know. But anyway, that's messed up. But there you go. That's how you fix this issue with the XP-7100. That's about it. Thank you for watching.